Little me.
Hey guys, I'm your host Angel.
Hey guys, I'm your host Paige, and this is the Dear Little Me podcast.
So we talk to you every single Monday about Demi Lovato.
So if you're a Demi fan, hit that follow button, subscribe wherever you're watching. We're on Spotify, by the way, if you didn't know, which is great if you're driving and want to listen to the podcast. Have it playing, in
or
the back.
cleaning, or going on a walk.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's good. We keep you guys up to date because I don't know if you're like me, but I really people would be shocked. I think we can get into this with our main topic, but people would probably be shocked to know that I am not really up to date with Demi until we have to film the podcast.
Yeah, this podcast is the reason that I stay up to date. I literally the only updates I really get is I follow Demi on Instagram, obviously. So if I see them on my feed, it's oh cool, a new selfie, or oh cool, this. But as far as anything outside of what they post on Instagram, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I know, same. So we're gonna get into that a little bit more in the middle of the episode. But first, we wanted to talk about some very exciting news that Angel didn't really grasp.
I took it the wrong way, guys.
Still Alive music video is coming. I'm assuming this week when the song drops this week, Friday.
Yeah, because the movie comes out next week. So
I think I'm having a hard time grasping the fact that it's March. What is tomorrow?
No, tomorrow's the last day of February.
I think I'm okay, March is a couple weeks away. I mean, it is a short month, but I just can't believe it's already March.
It's because February is literally a week long, I swear to God.
I know.
It's January is 10 years long, and then February is
so long.
And then it just goes March, April, June, December.
Yeah, January for me is definitely the longest month, but anyway, Still Alive music video. When you saw it, what did you think? Okay, so Demi posted Instagram pictures.
Yeah, Demi posted an Instagram little slide, whatever, and I slid and I saw a little TV screen of Demi, Yeah. My first thought was, is Demi in the fucking movie? Because if so, that would have changed the whole game for me. I already bought my tickets to Scream 6, okay?
Oh, but you did?
Yeah, I did. March 11th, I'm going at 6 p.m. But if Demi was to actually be in the movie, I would change the tickets to the premiere night. I swear to God, I would be there, camped out.
I wonder if Demi's going to be going to the premiere. I don't know when that is, but
it's March 9th at midnight.
Oh, I love how I was I don't know when it is. You're oh, March 9th, midnight.
Well, the premiere is always the day it comes out at midnight. That's why I'm not going to it because I have work the next day.
Oh, yeah. That's very exciting. We're going to be reacting to it. Yes. We're going to figure out how we're going to do it. We've done in the past with music videos.
You can share the screen on here on YouTube if it's on there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we'll get copyrighted and flagged.
I mean, maybe you could just fly to Florida. Use it as an excuse to fly to Florida. We can react in real life.
I know. Oh my God. I'll have to get my ticket now if I'm going to get there in time.
Yeah.
It would probably be so expensive though. Imagine if I did. I just knock on your door. I'm okay, you ready?
I will text you my address. I'm completely open to that.
I mean, I could check Chris's order from not yours because you put the address in.
Exactly. You gotta ship mine from New Jersey now.
I'll pick up yours on the way and then go down from there. So are you excited for the song?
For the song?
Yeah, in the music video. I'm really excited, especially with the whole stabbing thing
Yeah, I'm excited to see because I feel like Demi just playing that character is just top tier. That's why I thought they were gonna be in the movie because it's all about killing people. So I was oh, Demi's gonna be a killer.
Do you think you can guess a storyline? Do you think it's gonna be for the music video? Demi singing whatever, and then at the end, Demi's unmasked and it's the Scream mask takes off and it's
my theory is that the music video is going to be the ending to the Scream franchise, if that makes sense. I have this whole thing put together. So basically there's 6 Scream movies. I think they should have stopped at the 4th one because it's getting a little old, but I'm going to go to support Demi. So I think that it would have made more sense to release a music video after the release date of Scream. Yeah. But I feel at the end of the video when Demi does the mask and all that, that's kind of the closing of the series, so speak. I don't know.
This is the last movie?
I think so, yeah.
What makes you think that besides you hoping it is?
Because in Scream 5 there was kind of a teaser to the next movie, so I knew there was gonna be another movie, but then the way they teased it, it was kind of like how they teased like for it too, how it's like this is like the wrap up, like we're just following the characters into this journey and then it ends.
Yeah.
Kind of how Scream 5 ended. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
For OG Scream fans out there, you know what I'm talking about. Comment down below if you also follow my theory. But like they ended Scream 5 in a way that like I thought 5 was gonna be the last one, but I guess
yeah. So we'll have to see. I definitely want to go see it, but I gotta watch all the other ones first. I think that's
me and Chris just watched 4 the other day because he only saw 1 through 3, so we're watching 4 and 5, and then we're gonna see 6. So
where can I watch them?
4 and 5 are on Hulu and Netflix, or Paramount and Netflix. They're on 2 different streaming platforms. But yeah, if you look up on Google, where can I watch?
Yeah,
Scream?
I'll look it up for sure. I'm excited though. It's something like oh my god. So I've been listening to Holy Fuck the album. I haven't changed the CD out of my car. So I've been playing that. And today I got in the car and I was like, okay, I'm gonna switch it up. Like I've just been listening to Holy Fuck and I want, something different. So I reached in my glove compartment that I have all my Demi CDs and I grabbed out Tell Me You Love Me, which
What was in it?
Here We Go Again.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so I'll listen to Here We Go Again, because if you guys don't know, all my C's are in different cases, so you never know what you're gonna get. I don't remember which ones I put in what case. So because who has the time to find the correct one if you're like driving? I'm not
trying to CDs anymore is the real question.
Well, the thing is that I like to be able to charge my phone while I'm in the car, and I can't listen with my aux cord and charge my phone. Is there like a cord for that? I don't know. I'm not like tech savvy. And also my aux cord.
You don't have Bluetooth in your car?
I don't have it set up. If I do have it, I don't know.
I guess I was gonna say, like, I have Bluetooth in my car, so I charge my phone and then I can have it playing on Bluetooth.
I don't know if that ever worked. Also, all I know is that my aux cord is so freaking long. It's like a hat trick, like pulling this
unraveling.
And I can't ever find the end to it. So I'm just like, I'll just put the CD in. So I was listening to Here We Go Again. It is so good. Oh, yeah. I forgot. It's been so long since I'll listen to Spotify, like the complete Demi playlist, and so it's like random songs play, but just going through the whole album, it brings me back to summer time and like going to the beach. And I only ever really listened to Here We Go Again in solo. Those are the first 2 songs. I'll never forget that. If that was a question on the trivia, I would have been able to answer the first 2 tracks on that album, because I was obsessed with those 2 songs and I never got past solo. I would just replay those 2.
Yeah.
So I went through the whole thing. I'm like, this is amazing. I absolutely love it. Even gift of a friend. And so far,
that song is so cute. What do you mean?
I know, it's good. It was good for its time. It made sense then, I guess. I don't know.
Same with like World of Champ. Like, it's so cute.
Yeah, it is. It's such a good album, and for Demi's age, oh my god, it was so good. And it
was brilliant for a 16-year-old to have written all of that. Like, you think about, like, if you break it down and you really realize, like, Demi, probably had a little bit of help, but at 16, like,
especially do that shit. The self-written songs, Catch Me, and what was the other one? Was it Trainwreck? Was Trainwreck self-written, or was it Two Worlds Collide? It was starts with the T. Someone will let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want
I'm saying, like, to write I write poetry and shit at that age, but like to put together like a verses and chorus and a bridge and notes and all this shit, like, that's talent at 16. Like,
yeah, and the lyrics are so mature for being 16. And I wanted to say too, because I was gonna tweet this, but I forgot. I was, God Dynamite came on. I know you love that song. And in my head, I was like, this would have been absolutely amazing on the Holy Fuck tour if they would have
been. I thought it was gonna be performed.
It would have been so good. I'm listening to it. I'm like, if they added more like, rock elements to it, it would have fit in so well.
I feel like God Dynamite is the epitome of pop rock, though. Like, it is like that's song. Like, when Demi performed it on like the Demi World tour, I was like not really feeling it because it didn't go with the rest of the songs that they performed. But like on the Holy Fuck tour, an entire rock essence, that would have been perfect.
Yeah,
I will never forgive Demi for not performing it on the Holy. If Demi goes on tour again, I need God Dynamite, because the last time I heard it live, I was 14.
Oh my god, yeah, because the last time I totally forgot Demi performed on the Demi World tour. I do remember it on the Neon Lights tour, but that was like basically the same tour. Let us know, you guys, what song you would have liked. One song. I always ask people to like, what's your favorite Demi song? And everyone lists off 75. One song, you can only choose one, that you would have loved to see Demi perform this past tour that you think would have fit good on
Mine
there.
would definitely been God Dynamite. You know, another song that I really want to hear live that I will never get to hear live because it's literally Unbroken Era and never coming back again. Fix a Heart. I know Demi performed it live, and it sounds so beautiful. Like whenever like people have like recordings up on YouTube, like it's like it's my comfort song, and like to just be able to like be in the crowd and like hear that live, like I feel like that would heal something in me.
It probably, yeah, it probably will never happen, but yeah,
Ever.
I don't really, I know I've seen Demi perform in live, but I don't remember it. Um, so I think it was it. I do remember the Unbroken tour with like, I think there was like a big heart in the background when
Yeah.
Demi was performing it. That I remember. Um, but other than that, no, because Demi performed. Did Demi perform that on the Future Now tour? Or was that Catch Me? That was Catch Me, right?
Catch Me. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. That would be nice. Um, all this is making me feel like I'm so old.
Yeah. I also feel old. I literally was like, I work with kids, if you guys didn't know. And one of my clients told me I was like a teenager. And I was so flattered because I feel really old. I did not get carded.
Ugh,
When I
same.
went, I was gonna say, I went to, I think Applebee's with my boyfriend on a date. I didn't get carded. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Do I really look?
No, I have not gotten carded in so long. Like we went out for Valentine's Day and I got a drink, didn't get carded, went into the package store like a couple months back. I always have it ready, just assuming I'm like, am I at that age where I just look old now?
I was gonna say you don't look old, but you definitely like look like you're over 21. So I feel like that's I mean, they still have to card you legally, like they can get in
Yeah.
trouble for that, but like it's at the point where like you definitely look like you're over 21. But like I feel like I can still pass for 16 half the time.
Yeah, it's so weird though because I do feel like I'm so much younger than I am. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I feel older than I am, like I'm an old soul." Like I just feel like I'm just very youthful in
Yeah.
like the sense that like I love to I don't know, I feel like my whole life I'm always thinking about my past and like how I wish I could go back. And so I always feel like so I like hold on to that. I'm such a sentimental person, so to like have memories of I guess for like Demi, I mean, we're going to talk about this. I guess this is a good way to hop into the topic. Being too old to be a lovatic. I've gotten that before. I'm sure you haven't, but I've gotten
I
that
haven't.
plenty of times. And we wanted to talk about this because I don't know why people say it like you're too old to be a Demi fan. Like I mean, I hate the term lovatic. Like I really don't like it, but it just works because it's just that people know what we mean when we say lovatic if you're
Do you
pregnant.
remember the interview when Demi was, I forgot what interview, who was interviewing Demi, but Demi was like, yeah, they call themselves Lovatics.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, like Lovato addicts, or is it
Like,
Lovatics? Because my last name's Lovato. I was like, I
yeah.
always think about that. Like, how is it really supposed to be pronounced? Because
Like lovatics, like fanatics, but lovotics.
like Lovato.
Yeah. So it'd be like, yeah, I guess it's supposed to be like fanatics. But I just use that term because yeah, it just I mean I and any chance I get, I'll say like I'm a Demi fan because I just don't like it, which is funny because of Lovatic wear, but that was a different time. Like 2014, that was a whole different time.
I mean, it wouldn't be, I feel like Demi Lovato wear doesn't flow as well as
No,
Lovato. So
no, no.
Demi fan wear, no.
Yeah. No, so I don't know, but being told to be a Lovatic, I just feel like we talked about this. I think we talked about it last week after we were finished recording. And it's something that I wanted to say because like people I've gotten so much hate in the past. I, I don't even know why, but like people being like, "Oh yeah, she has a Demi shop and she's like hitting 30," which by the way, when this was said, like I was closer to 20 than I was to 30. And so but for me it's like how I think about it is I said it to you. I was like people are acting as if I'm aging and Demi's staying the same age. Like Demi's aging with us. It's not like I'm standing a 16-year-old like here we go again. You know, I Demi's older than me. Like that if you know what I mean? So it's like we're growing up with Demi. And I
Yeah.
don't think there should be an age limit to the music.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I also feel like you're never too old for a singer. Like, I'm not
No.
sure if we talked about this on air or off air, but like I was saying, it's not like we're standing JoJo Siwa who's singing about boomerangs and high top sneakers. Okay, like
Yeah.
it's Demi Lovato who's singing about like sex and like really
Yeah.
important topics. Like I really don't understand that argument. People are like, oh, you're too old for Demi. It's like, okay, what if I told you you're too old for, I don't know, Selena Gomez, too old for Miley Cyrus? Like, it doesn't make sense. They're all the same age. They're all from the same era. We all grew up in that era. So it's like we're listening to it for nostalgic purposes or because we really like them. So like that statement as a whole is just ignorant and stupid because,
Yeah.
like you said, like we grew up with them. You're
Yeah.
not standing a child. Like,
Right. And so for like how we were saying too, I think a lot of people could use it against us if they had to, that you have a fan page, which that is gone, but that was monetized for me. I loved it, but I was able to turn that into a source of income, which was really cool. And so like Lovatic, where people will use that, or like that we have this podcast, it's like, well, again, you must be following Demi 24/7, like you don't have a life. You're I don't even know what's going on with Demi ever. I really don't. If it weren't for
common
this,
misconceptions.
but it really is though, because like you'll text me, I'll text you, be like, oh, did you see this? And we're like, oh no. It's like I don't have Demi's notifications turned on.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be the first commenting on Demi's post. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like if you follow Demi, but that's just something that's been used against me because I think they think, okay, well, Paige, she has a whole, at the time, fan page, she has a shop, like she must be like her world must revolve around Demi. Like I'm a mom, first and foremost. I have so many other passions in life, but this is something that I just enjoy and I hold on to it because I hate change too. And it's like, because one day where we are right now and what we're doing right now, like we're not going to be doing this forever. And it's sad to think about, but that's just the reality of it.
Yeah. And like I was thinking, like I like from an outside perspective, I can maybe possibly see why someone's like, oh, that's cringy. You still have a Lovatic shop or you do a podcast and you're however old. But like it's like people saying that when they don't even know you. Like people saying that probably don't know that you're a mom, that you are trying to save up for a house, that you have a fiance, that you have all these things going on. Like like you said, your life is not devoted to Demi. Like
I know
Demi takes up.
Don't get it twisted. Demi devotion, not quite. Maybe back in the day.
Yeah, like Demi takes up maybe like a quarter of your life.
Like
that, like,
not even.
Not even. I don't know fractions, guys.
Like I love Demi always will.
Fraction. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not good with fractions either. I remember I was absent when we were learning fractions in school, so that was it.
The 0.33333%.
And I don't want to get it like, I don't want people to also twist it, and not like anybody would, but just for my own sake, I want to like put it out there. Like I will always love Demi. Demi will always hold a special place in my heart. I absolutely love the fact that I get to make Demi merch for a living, that's a full-time thing that I get to do. But even when I'm like making the merch, Demi's like not in my head. Sometimes I like forget I'm making Demi merch because it's become so much more than that to me. So, and that's same thing with this fandom, like being a Demi fan. It's become so much more because we've talked about it over and over again, but creating such incredible friendships that I'll have for the rest of my life. So it's so much more than being a Lovatic and Lovatic wear.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's definitely like if we were just like, I don't know, standing Demi and just like being still the same people that were like retweeting every single tweet that Demi posted or reposting every single post and going to all the Demi concerts and being the first to buy the official merch, like, but like it's more than that now. Like we have our friendships, like it's like our friendship isn't solely based on Demi either. Like we are genuine friends outside of this podcast, outside of Demi. So it's like Demi has given us so much, and it's like, so we do have the like safety net, I guess, of Demi under all of this. But like at the end of the day, we are friends without Demi. We're like I have other, like you're gonna have another shop soon, and it's gonna be like not even about Demi. So it's like Demi is not as big of a part of our lives that everyone is thinking just because you see us for 30 minutes once a week on a podcast.
Yeah, but it's like, but we also do enjoy talking about Demi because that's how we bonded, that's how we met. So these are conversations that we would probably have when we're hanging out together. Like, you guys know, if you've maybe this is the first time you're watching this, Angela and I have met numerous times. We've hung out, sleepovers, vacations, everything.
Yes.
We've done it all. But like, we would probably have, like, during that time we're hanging out, we would probably have this conversation of Demi. Like, we're just recording our conversation that we would have normally and sharing it with you guys, because one of my favorite things about having like my shop is hearing the feedback. And that's one of my favorite things about having this podcast, is being able to interact with other fans over the same like love for Demi. I think it's such a special thing. I've broken record, say it all the time, but it really is. I can't put it into words. So but I think
I think it's for any fandom too. Like, even like if you stan like Billie Eilish or Ariana Grande, like if you have friends through a celebrity, that's going to be special regardless. Like, even when years from now that celebrity isn't touring, isn't releasing music, like, you will always have that. And like Paige said, we say this all the time. But like, literally, like, after this podcast is over, after Demi's done touring, when Demi has a family of their own and all of that, like, we will never forget like the experiences that we've had, the friends we've made, like everything that we've been able to do and like had because of Demi. Like, that will always just be a thing.
Yeah, and I say it a lot too. I think I just posted about it. I was like, I could never put into words like how this fandom has changed my life. Like, Demi has changed my life and helped me through things. Their music has helped me through so much. But like, this fandom and being a Demi fan, like, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on here, but like, the things that I've accomplished because of being a Demi fan is crazy. Have I ever once mentioned that I had an interview with E! News on here?
Maybe like one of the first episodes.
Really? I don't even remember.
Or Lovatic Beach House episode, we talked about it probably because it was during.
Really? Oh yeah.
Time.
Oh, probably. I haven't watched that one. I don't really go back and watch a podcast, but yeah, I like, that's such a big thing.
We were on iHeartRadio, Billboard, like, we were on the news. Like, that's huge.
Yeah, and it's just like, and it's all because of being a part of this fandom and being a Demi fan. And it's given me a purpose and time to be able to stay home with Ren and see Ren grow and not have to work a 9 to 5, like quitting my job and being able to do Lovatic wear full time, which has like opened doors for me and taught me so much to do like what I'm doing now in a different way down the road when I choose to stop doing Lovatic wear. So it's like a full circle thing. Like, I didn't know that it was going to do this for me when I was creating Demi Devotion, but it really has changed my life because it's brought so many amazing people into my life. Like, what would I be doing right now if I never created Demi Devotion? Like, I really don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think people are just jealous when they say like, oh, you still have a fan account, you still have a Demi shop. I think people are genuinely jealous that you get to make money doing something that you love while they have to go to their 9 to 5 at an office job and be bored out of their mind all day. Like, I think that's really what it is. Because I'm jealous of you that
no,
you get to make a time living. I'm not saying that as like but I'm saying like people like it's being able to make money off of something you love is such like that's a huge achievement and like huge goal that like a lot of people most likely want to reach. And so I feel like people that are saying that, like, oh, you make money off of Lovatic where you have a Demi shop, like,
I mean, obviously at the time when I created, I had absolutely no idea that it would be what it is. And so, because like, I think we were talking about this too, I never know if we're recording or when we're like actually just talking, but like, I didn't have Instagram stories back in the day. I don't even think there was such thing as DMs when I created Lovatic wear. So it's just evolved so much. And so I never thought, obviously at the time when I created it, that it would be something like that I could do and make an actual living from. Same as when I had Demi Devotion, like posting on there. I think people were like, oh my God, look at, she's like, well, a lot of people, I don't even know if they know my age, that I turned 28. Oh my God, ew. So gross. But I posting on there like I would get paid for. And I remember doing like sponsored posts. I remember posting when Demi did the episode on Wilmer's show back in the day. What was it, From Dusk Till Dawn or something?
Yeah.
they reached out to me in an email, and they're like, hey, post this picture of Demi with like to get people to tune into the show. And then they're like, do you have any other Demi fans that would want to like post it? And so I referred my friends to it, and they paid us all. Like there's so much more, like you can monetize off of anything. But at the time, obviously I didn't know that. I didn't know how to do any of that social media. Like people weren't really doing that back in like 2012 when I created Demi Devotion. So yeah, I mean, obviously I don't want anyone to think that that was my intention, is like to make money, because that never what I always said when I started Lovatic, where I was like, me and Anthony, when we started, it was like, we're not gonna even make, what did he say? It's like we
Make a
won't
dime or
two
something.
two dimes to like rub together
Yeah.
or something like that. And it's so true. So yeah, it's changed my life in a lot of ways. And yeah, I think
It's also like a time capsule. Like it's like I think about it, and it's like even though you didn't really post on Demi Devotion for the
that's why
last
I
like
miss
however long,
it.
that's what I'm saying. It's like even if you didn't post, it's like all those memories. You could scroll all the way back to like 2013 and like see what was
Yes.
going on, like what was going on in your life, Demi's life, and like it's like nostalgia in human nature is just something that's comforting and something that we gravitate towards. So obviously, it's like something that like you've been doing for so long that's always going to be there for you. It's like a people that have like their little baby blanket. Like it's a comfort thing.
Yep, exactly. And that's why I think you're never too old to be a fan of somebody. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Demi, if like there's so many artists that are older that you like my dad has artists that he loves, that he listens to, and would like, oh, I'd love to go to their concert. Like that doesn't change. Like you don't just grow out of music and stop liking music. You're always gonna like music. I mean, I guess if Demi does something bad, but oh my god, that's like I think we should do a topic. Have we done a topic where Demi like talking about the hate? I don't think we've ever really talked and went deep into the yogurt situation, the frozen
Yeah,
yogurt.
we briefly touched on it.
I
Yeah.
feel like we should talk about like go through the top like things that Demi has been
Candles.
dragged for. Yeah, the scandals, which are so stupid.
Yeah.
People acted, I just commented to somebody, I was like, yeah, people act like Demi's committed this unforgivable crime.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a time. But
People are just so
yeah.
dramatic. Like, come on. There's celebrities that have done way worse and people don't bat an eye. But of course, because it's Demi Lovato, it's like a
Uh-huh.
whole big fucking deal.
Yeah, I know. Um, and well, on the topic of nostalgia, you came up with our Dear Little Me segment, and I think it's a really great one.
I
And I
did.
just can't believe it. It's so
Yeah.
shocking.
So on the topic of being too old for Demi, Heart Attack, the 10-year anniversary just passed. A whole decade of Heart
Mhm.
Attack. I remember that I feel like that song came out like 2 years ago. Like it's just like it's at the top of my brain. Like I feel like I remember just listening to it and just watching the music video and like seeing Demi in front of the white wall with the black hands and like just
Mhm.
it's so like vivid.
I know. It's so good. I I remember, well, I we were talking about it, like I don't remember, clearly my memory was wrong because I swear I was like at my ex's at the time, like streaming the song. But I think I remember being there, but it must have been for like the blackout, the whiteout, whatever was going on that time for that. So I remember being like up with my at my ex's house, and yeah, that song really got me through some tough times. That whole album did.
Yeah.
So I can't believe that it's been 10 years.
I think I'm gonna say something maybe controversial. I think Heart Attack is Demi's one of the most, if not the most iconic song. Like everyone knows Heart Attack. The riff that Demi does, like everyone knows that. It's iconic. Like
Uh-huh.
I think Heart Attack is like it goes like Heart Attack, Sorry Not Sorry, Cold for the Summer. Like iconic Demi songs. Heart Attack is like that bitch.
Yeah, I think so too. I really enjoy Heart Attack still 10 years later, a whole decade later. It's
Yeah.
incredible to me. I'm happy that because I know that we had talked about a lot of fans were like, we'll probably never hear Heart Attack again live because of like what Demi went through with their OD.
Yeah.
So it was really, I was so shocked to hear it on the tour. So I'm glad that we got to hear that and that wasn't like
Yeah.
the end of Heart Attack because it's a classic.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. But
Um,
I like the day that the Holy Fuck album turns 10 years old, I'm like That's what I
Stop.
was gonna say.
And the fact that like that's gonna happen,
Yeah.
but like in my mind, I'm like, we'll never get there. Like I think I think about, since we're talking about age, like I remember thinking like, oh my God, like when I'm 30, but I was like, I'll never get there. Like time will never go that far. Like I never thought I would ever get to 30, not in a morbid sense, but in the sense that like time would never pass that, and
Yeah.
I would never reach that age. And so that's so crazy. And the fact, 10 years. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Speaking of like age and like time passing and stuff, like
Yeah.
like 90% of my passwords, feel free to hack me if you want. I was a stupid kid. But like literally 90% of my passwords for the last 10 or so years, however long I've been at Lovatic now, is literally some variation of Demi's name and however old Demi was at the time. So I have like Demi Lovato 23, Lovatic 24,
How do you
Demi
keep
Lovato
track?
26. Like they're all so like I go like and I have my own passwords in my phone. So I'm going through it and I'm like, damn, like I
Oh
really
my
like
God. Why don't you just do the year?
what?
Why don't you just do the year Demi was born? That doesn't change.
I
92.
know, but like I feel like because it's more diversity in the password. Like changing the number of Debbie's age will make it so I don't get hacked.
Oh my gosh.
But now you
Imagine
all
now
know.
now you're gonna get like this. There was an attempt in
Someone attempted to
Indiana.
log into your account.
Yeah. Oh my God. That reminds me. Josh's like PayPal was, someone was trying to hack his PayPal. Somebody hacked his PlayStation the other day, his account, and like used his credit card like $50 on something. So he had to yeah. We were just trying to get the Harry Potter game. We were just trying to play that free download the Harry Potter game. And yeah, he's like, I can't get into my account. And then yeah, that was a whole mess. So don't hack Angel.
Yeah, please don't. I mean, I kind of deserve it if you do because I just exposed my password. But I'm saying like it literally reminds me like every time I go to like, oh shit, what was my password for this? I go to my thing and I'm like, oh, guess Demi was 23 at the time I made this account. Or go,
Well, that's a good way to remember when you made the account.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, how old's Demi? Okay. So when you make a new, you're like, okay, 30. Wow, 30. I forget that too. I feel like Demi's not 30.
No, Demi's still in their 20s. Demi will be in the 20s forever.
Oh my gosh.
You stay stagnant at 20s when you're a celebrity.
So what are your highs and lows this week?
My low is that I had a pretty tough therapy session today, 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. Yeah, just I'm doing EMDR for those of you that didn't know. And EMDR is like processing trauma, and it gets really fucking deep sometimes.
Yeah.
Even if like you don't think it's gonna be deep, it's like the smallest trauma turns into like
Absolutely.
yeah, just slowly processing that. And then my high is the podcast this week. I think that was your high last week, but like this really like I was in my head a lot before hopping on here because like all the shit. But now I'm like
Good. I'm
talking
glad.
about Demi just lifts my mood all the time. So
I know, it's so nice. It really is. I love, it's always, if I don't know what to say for my high of the week, it's always this podcast.
yeah.
So, but I feel like my low is finally not so like my mind is all like I'm just so depressed. It's like we're about to get a snowstorm here.
Can't relate.
I know. Are you getting one in Jersey? Well, not you, but your family. Are they supposed to?
Yeah, my Yaya, it's funny. She sends me screenshots of the weather every single day, and she's like, "What's the weather there?" And I'm like, "It's like 50 degrees warmer than it is there."
Yeah.
But yeah, they've gotten snow plenty of times over there.
Yeah, well, we haven't gotten any snow at all this year. Josh hasn't had a snow blow, and he's finally prepared with the gas for the snowblower. And here I was, thinking we were in the clear because it's about to be March, and
nope,
we shouldn't be getting snow. Yeah, I don't know if it's snowing now, but it's supposed to start. School for Ren was already canceled tomorrow, so
really.
Yeah, so
I used to literally when I was like still in school and like they would call like the night before school's canceled and then wake up and there was like a single flurry on the ground. I'd be like,
I know. I gotta check outside and see if it's actually snowing because I'm not sure. But the weather is just my low this week. I'm not looking forward to that. I thrive off of sunshine and like
from the Florida.
I know, but the heat kills me though. I need like a nice brisk sunny day. That's it. That's all I need. And the weather's been so shitty here, so that's been like killing me. But other than that, my high for this week is just looking forward to the Still Alive song.
Hell yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm excited to have a new song that I can play on repeat in my car.
I forgot what the snippet sounds like already. I have to go back and listen to it.
Still alive.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I literally like Demi Lovato just added to their story. Hello.
Wait, really? So
Yeah,
you have
said you
Debbie's notifications on.
I was gonna say you said you don't have the notifications on. I'm like, I still do.
Oh my god, okay, let's see. Perfect timing.
It says I'm crying. Something I don't know what's happening
Matthew.
here with Matthew. My snap's on. What's happening?
So I'm wearing an Exorcist jacket, right? Like this is from the movie The Exorcist, and I was just in Pavilions grocery shopping, and the guy comes up to me and goes, "I really like your jacket." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And he goes, "Say the line." Why did I say to him? I said, "Your mother sucks cocks in hell." He goes, "What?" And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "The line for The Exorcist." He goes, "No, I used to watch you on Disney Channel growing up." And he wanted me to say the catchphrase. The show, which is, "You're not gonna believe." Just staring at me.
I forget that Matthew was on Disney Channel.
You know, that's funny. Matthew's so funny. I feel like he'd be such a great friend. That's another podcast for another day.
Yeah,
but,
Demi's friends.
Just kidding. I don't know. Maybe we'll have Matthew on the podcast. Matthew, if you'd like to join.
Yeah, Matthew will be a guest. I feel like Matthew would watch us. I feel like Matthew is like the low-key friend that like watches out for the fandom for Demi. Like,
yeah, I know.
Matthew's definitely watching.
We need to start tagging Demi in our podcast. I never think to. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know if I want Demi to like find us and know about us. I feel like Demi hates me low-key. The dressing room.
Imagine like Demi sitting at home in their PJs with like Batman and Ella and just fucking lounged up watching.
Can you imagine though? Demi's probably like, wrong. No, they're like when we're like, I feel like, Demi's doing this because no,
not at all.
Oh my god, that next podcast episode, I want to talk about our Demi interactions because I know that you have like Demi's noticed you, Demi's noticed me, and I totally fucking forgot. But no, because wasn't on Twitter and Instagram? No, Twitter and TikTok.
Twitter, the I Love Me dance was reposted during quarantine when we were on Demi's TikTok.
Save it. Save it, okay? All right, guys, we gotta go. We gotta run. We got things to do. No, I'm just kidding. We have
things to do.
Be kicked off.
Places to go.
We're about to be kicked off. So, but that's it for us this week, guys.
Thank you for tuning in for your weekly dose of Demi, and we will see you next Monday.
Bye, guys.
I'm sorry that it took so long, but baby, you're free.